Okay, everybody, this video is just going to cover an example of factoring a trinomial here. And I know that there's lots of different methods for doing this, but what I've noticed is that one of the quicker ways of factoring, particularly when we're dealing with questions that you're usually going to see in high school, is just going to be guessing and checking. So I know, for example, with 3x squared minus 10x plus 3, I know, okay, that the first two terms in these binomials here, these guys right here, their product has to be equal to 3x squared. And the nice thing about this is that 3 is a prime. So I know that this is going to end up being 3x and x. Okay, and we're not going to do anything kind of weird with these numbers. It's just going to be a simple, straightforward integers like that. I also know that my final product is also going to be 3. So again, the last two digits here, these guys right here, also have to be 3 and 1. But now here's the thing. So what I'm looking for now is going to be the product when I multiply these two together and multiply these two together and then add them up. I'm hoping that I'm going to get that equal to negative 10x. Okay. I've got two options. I can either put this as 1 and 3 or 3 and 1. Now, I'm going to suggest to you that one of those guesses doesn't make any sense. There's really only one option that works. Here's the one that doesn't make any sense. So let me just kind of clean this up a little bit. The one that doesn't make any sense right now is guessing 3 and 1. Now, the reason why this particular guess doesn't make a lot of sense here is because notice that in that first set of that first term there, the first factor, I should say, there's a common factor of 3. There's a 3 here and a 3 here that later on I could then factor out in whatever operation there I would put in there. So that introduces a common factor, but there is no common factor on the left-hand side up front here. So I can't introduce, it's not a good guess to introduce a common factor like that. Okay, so instead, what we're going to do here is we're going to guess the 1 and the 3. Now, when I multiply those out, 3x times 3 is going to be 9x. 1 times x is going to be 1x. Now, the only way I can make sure that that becomes negative 10 is if these are both negative products. And so I put subtraction in both of those. And there you go. So now I'm going to just check this, just to double check that I got it right here. So 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times negative 3 is negative 9x. Negative 1 times x is negative 1x. And then negative 1 times 3 is positive 3. And yeah, when we combine those two linear terms, I get negative 10x plus 3, which is exactly where I started. And so that's good. So this is the factoring that I was looking for.